One of the least helpful things that can happen is you see a person who's distressed, mentally distressed in some way, who's come to you looking for help, and that you get overwhelmed by that and go, mental health, go to the hospital. Mental health, call the acute psychiatric team. You know, you need to listen to what the person is asking you for help with and give that to them.
Chances are they may have had more difficulties meeting their basic needs around housing, employment, social connection, access to food. How can they access employment? Are they struggling with employment because of discrimination? Are they struggling with education because it is set up for people potentially who could sit still all day and listen and take things in and not be too distressed? Are there things they're passionate about? They've never been given the support or belief in themselves to explore. So where can they access these?
If you go onto the Department of Health website, there is a list of all the primary health networks across New South Wales, and you can click on that link and it will take you to their particular website, which should have a range of programs and services available to people in that region. And checking to make sure that they are connected to those services, and if they're not able to access something, what are the barriers and how do we support them to access that?
You don't have to fix everything. Ask somebody else to come in and help. And that can be a GP, it can be a nurse, it can be a service. You know, there's plenty of NGO services set up to do it.
So there's heaps.
Yeah. But walk with the person. Don't just leave them with them saying, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, hand them over.
Support groups are a great place to go. There are groups nationally like GROW and the St Vincent de Paul Compeer program.
It gives people a great sense of purpose in themselves. Like for me, helping him, I could see the changes between when I met him and he wouldn't look me in the eye to today. He has changed so much and so dramatically, and I guess that in itself for me is rewarding in itself, you know.
My mum actually took me to my first GROW group. Back in 2006, she found out where it was and actually brought me to it. And I knew I was in the right place. I could feel it at the time, but it took me 6 weeks to speak. You just get the resources, you get so much in your toolbox. You still have a problem, but it doesn't go for days.
We're helping one another and we're problem solving, and we're not just having this conversation with ourselves, trying to sort things out ourselves. We're helping each other to work out the best way to deal with life, basically.
When they walk into that room with those group of people, the guys tell me they don't have to explain themselves. They're looking at people who get it.
We're not judged, we know each other's sort of stories, and we don't ask for anything, you know, we just go and talk and know that if we need someone, you know, when you're having a down day, you can say something and they'll be there like that.
Doctors are slowly embracing that holistic approach, proactive prevention. It's a pity we couldn't get a few more professionals into these self-help groups so we can promote them all. Just to come in and see one group, just how it runs, and they can say, right, I think you would be right for here. Then after that, they can decide if they'd like to still come along.
Although she couldn't remember anything about a whole range of things, her life was gone. Music, they put music on, can't she?
Yeah, she's a fabulous.
She just sings.
Singer.
Doesn't matter what
So
genre,
joyful.
what period of history, she knows the words. We had 8 years of hardly any words, and it is so transformative. I mean, I'm overwhelmed by. I did those 8 years on my own without services, and suddenly, it has been quite extraordinary.